Let's see. All right, what's up, everybody? We are 2 seconds and we are live, baby. What's going on, Chuck? What's going on, Tim? How y'all doing?
Yo, what's going on?
Good, man. How about y'all?
Man, blessed, man. Just trying to stay safe, you know what I'm saying? Working. Looking forward to these Mondays. Y'all know how I go.
Absolutely.
So,
Definitely need a break.
yes, sir. So,
Absolutely.
so today we're gonna be talking about it is episode number 2 of Just Saying, where we talk about sports, man. And as people coming to the live stream, kind of set the stage or whatever. We're going to be talking about the possibility of the NBA season coming back. We have a tentative date that Chuck's going to kind of explain everything to us, but we kind of have a date, kind of like a format of what they're thinking about doing. So we're going to kind of chop it up and talk about it and see, you know what, is this legit? Is this the way they should be doing it? You know, does this benefit my Lakers to make sure that they can win this thing? Or, you know, I look at Tim, I look at Tim, baby boy. But but we're gonna chop it up and talk about that. But before we get up into all that, you know what I'm saying? Let's be on a serious note. I want to take a second. You know what? I want to take it a step further and do a quick prayer for everything that's going on in our country. Not only our country, that's impacting the world right now with the death of George Floyd and Aubrey. Like it's just so many different things that's going on with the social justice and all that stuff, and we have so many emotions. So just want to take a second to make sure we start positive vibes to let you guys know that first and foremost, we're praying for everybody that's out there, black, white, all everything in between. So with that being said, really quick, do a quick prayer, and then we're gonna get right up into this. Let's go ahead and pray. Lord, thank you so much for this opportunity for us to use this platform to have fun, take our minds away from what we see on television and everything that's going on. I pray that you be with the Floyd family, Lord, that you be with all the families that's being impacted by what has happened in this country and in this world, Lord. Lord, I pray that you allow us to open our eyes and realize what's going on, that we can be mindful of the things that's going on in this world, and that we can be compassionate as we talk to one another about the things that's going on in this world. We know that you're in control and you're the ultimate decision maker, Lord. Thank you so much for loving us. Allow this night to be fun, and let's get right up into it. It's in your blessed name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, fellas. Now, the NBA season is about to be back. Man, hey, I've been waiting. And dude, I've been waiting because y'all know the Lakers about to win it. But anyway, we're gonna talk about that in a second. So let's Chuck, if you can, go ahead and tell us the tentative date that they're supposed to be back, and let's talk about the format and what they're thinking about doing. Go ahead, let's do this.
All right. So tentative date so far I've heard is about around the end of July. So I guess around July 30th, 31st. And they're supposed to play all teams are supposed to play in Orlando, Disneyland, Disney World, excuse me. And the current format so far is 22 teams to go there and play. And of those 22 teams, I believe they're going to have what they're calling a play-in tournament for teams that are borderline making the playoffs or not. I guess the first seeds, 6, 7, and 8, will probably play against the bottom seeds that are within 5 or 6 games of playoff contention. Okay. And we'll get off into it, but if it's based off of that, currently they have New Orleans, Phoenix, Portland, Sacramento, and San Antonio, and then Washington as those teams that are within 5 or 6 games.
Okay. So, all right. So let's got some comments. What's up, Jeezy? Welcome to the stream, man. Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. And also Smooth 23, man. This man be on it, man. He be on the lives. I know he was over on Wyatt's live. I appreciate you tuning in right now. No problem, man. We just out here, man, just trying to enjoy ourselves and have some fun. So, with that being said, so if it's starting at the end of July, how many games are they saying that they're gonna play? Is this the playoffs starting?
No.
Okay, so what is this starting? Like how many games before the playoffs start? Because I just kind of want to get myself into and get everybody in the stream a time frame of when everything is when the playoffs is going to start?
I think they're going to do a play-in tournament for those bottom teams, like I mentioned, that are kind of on the brink of making the playoffs or not. So I guess kind of like NCAA tournaments, though, where I guess the top teams will play against the lower teams and work their way down, and whoever's left, I guess, ends up in the playoffs.
So, I mean, I was taking a look at it, and what it looks like is when they do come back, it is going to be a shortened, modified regular season that then leads into a play-in tournament for the playoffs, and then so on. And that's not finalized yet because they actually have the meeting on this upcoming Thursday to finalize when the league would actually start for sure and what that format would look like, because some people aren't okay with the format and some people are. And I think what I've been reading is that Chris Paul, as the president of the players union, is very instrumental in how that format is going to actually look. What's up, MLB? What's up, bro?
What's up, fella? Welcome to the stream. Everybody that's in the stream, make sure you hit that like button. It helps get the stream trending a little bit more, get more people in here. So make sure if you're on here, hit that like button. Go ahead, Tim.
So I'm interested to see what they ultimately decide. If I'm being honest, I don't love what they're proposing right now, just for a number of reasons. Me personally, I kind of was hoping that they just do a full 180 on this whole proposal that they have out right now. And I would like to see something like you were kind of mentioning there, Chuck, with a bit of a modified March Madness type of feel, right? Because if you're, throughout the history of any sports league, you're only going to get a handful of times where you get to actually kind of amend the rules and the format like you have right now. It's going to be some kind of time like during a pandemic or a labor union that falls through and things of that nature. So you only get a handful of those throughout the history of a league. So why not make the full use of it and make it really entertaining? Not in a sense where it'd be like a single elimination because you don't have enough teams for that, but you could do something like a double elimination or something along those kind of lines to keep it exciting. And I think you really get something that we haven't seen, and it's anybody's game when you're talking about a double elimination style versus having the time to prepare over the course of a 7-game series.
Yeah. So the double elimination thing, do you feel like that's like, I don't know. I kind of feel like that. It's a lot of times when we look at football, you play a team once and we say, oh, the actual good team didn't win. We always say that. Like a lot of people say that. Like if they play more games, they went. The better team would have won. Right. I feel like if we go that double elimination type thing, we might get the same type of vibes. Because I mean, the whole point of it is that you figure out, especially coming off this pandemic, it gives the teams and the coaches an opportunity to kind of figure out who's conditioned the right way and what lineup they want to play. But I didn't look up at the format that much. But one thing I did want to touch on is that kind of the layout of these teams. I was hearing a lot that the Pelicans, they were pushing more for the Pelicans to be off in the playoffs more than the Grizzlies. And I mean, me and Tim, we talked about this earlier. I understand the concept from a marketing business aspect, but I feel like Ja Morant it's kind of like a slap in his face because I feel like that team literally done their thing the whole year. And then it's like the pandemic happened, and just because that pandemic happened, it's like, okay, we're gonna take the most hype, the most hype. I'm not gonna say hype guy or whatever, but that's pretty much what it is, and put him in there because this is what everybody wants to see. They want to see him play. You feel like that's like, am I off kill when I say that, or do y'all kind of feel the same way?
So, I mean, I would just say, like we kind of talked about earlier. Again, this is a special circumstance. For the rest of our lifetime, we might not ever see something like this again, right? So as an owner, you have to kind of put yourself in the owner and the commissioner's seat. You have to take advantage of the time. Everybody's wanting the NBA to be back. They've been gone for a while. We're itching for it. We don't want to see no more horse on our TV. We don't want to see no more golf challenges and Peloton, all that kind of stuff on ESPN. They want to see some basketball. So why would you come back and, although it's going to be exciting, it be not the best game put out there, right? Does anybody really want to see the Lakers versus the Grizzlies besides yourself, Jeremy? No. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'd sit here and watch it because it's live basketball, but I'd rather see a more entertaining game where there's more high flyers and dunks and this and that. And this is not to discredit Ja Morant. It's not. But this can't be on the shoulders of, oh, well, we got to do right by Ja Morant.
But it ain't about Ja Morant. It's about the balance of the team. And it's high flyers on the Grizzlies, just like it's high flyers on the Pelicans. But what I'm saying is we can't do right. We can't say we can't do right by Ja Morant, but then we do wrong for all the fans that watch their team grind, and then we take them out. So we doing wrong by the fans, period, if we do it that route. You know what I'm saying? Like, basketball is going to be basketball. And bottom line is the Pelicans or the Grizzlies ain't going to beat the Lakers anyway. It's going to be a 4-game sweep. So it really don't matter who they play. I mean, that's neither here nor there. But what I'm saying is that I understand that we've never seen this before, but we still got to do right by the teams that have grinded and played the games previously and do right by them is what I'm saying. We can't just discredit what they done because we want certain scenarios in the playoffs. Yeah. You know, so because if Golden State, because right now what I'm thinking is, let's say Klay Thompson say, you know what, he's ready to come back, and they say, you know what, it'll be interesting to see the Golden State Warriors in the playoffs against this team. Right now, that's not fair, but that would be very interesting and entertaining to see the Golden State Warriors back at it again. But I mean, I'm not saying that's a possibility, but if that could be what we would see if they start messing around with what teams are going to be in there.
I don't think you're going to see that. They're trying to limit the amount of people that's going to be collected together. That's why the majority are favoring the 20 to 22 teams that are going to be out in Orlando. But going off of that, I think ultimately you got to look at this like it's all about money. They want to get as many, all about that cash. They want to make sure they can make as much money off the TV money as they can. I think I saw an estimate saying that some of the teams are going to lose like a few $1 million or so from the remaining schedules they had with their local markets. So they want to make as much money. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the NBA has it where it's like profit sharing with ticket sales, all the revenue. So even though it's only going to be like 20, 22 teams, I'm sure they're going to share it amongst the 30 teams. So
yeah.
at the end of the day.
But see, what I'm saying though is I feel like this is a perfect opportunity to get away from what we're always used to. So, Jeremy, you may not see your typical playoff structure with this 4-game sweep, and I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too. It's not. I'm just saying that they need to do their due diligence by putting the right teams in there, not just hype teams that people want to see play. Is what I'm saying. Because then,
right.
if that's go ahead.
But what I'm saying is it's not about necessarily the hype teams. I think everybody starts on an even playing field because they're going to have some semblance of a regular season, right? Let's say they have this meeting on Thursday. Say, boom, we coming back last day of July. You've got from this Thursday till the end of July to get all your training in, get your endurance back, yada yada yada. Okay, we're going to do a regular season for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then we're going to do some play-in games to get into the playoffs. Okay, now, if you open it back up, and I heard what you're saying, Chuck, about the 20 to 22 teams, but let's just say, hypothetically, they'd open up to everybody. If Klay is back, if KD is back, and Kyrie is back, and all these boys are back, and they actually, win their play-in game, then why not? Those are the rules.
No, and that's
your
fine.
Play-in game, and you can advance.
No, and I agree with that. Like, I 100% agree with that. They play some games, and it just so happened that the players come back. If they do their due diligence on the basketball court, hey, I'm 100% for it. If they did a 2-man, if they did a double elimination, I'm cool with seeing that. It's just that, like, I just don't want it to. I don't want to look at it and feel like that they're forcing the teams that they want to into the play. You know what I'm saying? I want to see them do right, because these players have not been playing, and a lot of these players put in their work before the COVID-19. So it's like, okay, they come back, and then this other team come back, and it's like, okay, we're just gonna do everything that we can to make sure that certain teams are in there. And I'm not saying they're gonna do that. I don't know where your boy at. He probably has more where Dyline's at. He probably has more to say so on that. But it's just one of that. What's up, JJ All Dave 84? What's up, bro? Hey, everybody in the chat, make sure you hit that like button and yeah, comment, man. Let us know what you guys think about the NBA possibly returning. What teams do you want to see in the playoffs? What format do you want to see? All those great things. So let's talk about some matchups a little bit. Let's have some fun with this.
Okay.
All right. So let's say that it is the Grizzlies versus the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just do how many
in
games
what? In what though, Jeremy?
What in the playoffs?
In the playoffs. Okay.
In the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah, we skipping regular season. We're going to playoffs. Let's just start talking. We're gonna start talking about who can possibly win these and upsets and stuff like that. So let's say it's the Grizzlies versus the Lakers, or the Grizzlies versus the freaking
Clippers,
Pelicans, whatever. Which team has the best opportunity to steal a game, if they will steal a game? And who do you guys see being the top players in that series?
So before I answer that, you're asking this question saying that the playoffs would be in the same format that they've always been in.
In the same format that they're always been in, because we don't know that format. In the same format that they've always been in.
Okay, so if you're taking the same format that's always been in, I don't know that there's any teams that really surprise us from who we thought would make it now, post COVID and prior to, right? I think if they change a bit of the format of the playoffs and don't make them as long as they have historically been, that's when I think it presents some problems for some of the teams that we think we're going to be there at the end. So I think
let's build a format. Let's build a format. What is the ideal format? I'm getting excited because I like the way this is going. So so let's right now between the three of us, let's build a playoff format. What does it look like?
So Lakers, Grizzlies 1-8, Clippers, Mavericks 2-7.
All right, but before we do that, Chuck, let's talk about doubling. How many games do each team play? Like, is it 3 games? Like, what is the playoff format before we talk about who will win each series?
I think first round has to be 3 games. If not, it's going to last forever.
Right. So you're talking about best
of 3?
Best of 3. So first to 2
mm-hmm.
on a neutral site.
Without fans.
No fans. Okay. So this is what I'm saying. In an abbreviated playoff format like that, I don't think that plays well for, let's say, the Lakers. I don't think that plays well for the Lakers. I don't know how I see it yet for the Clippers. But let me tell you who I think stands out in that type of format. Somebody like the Rockets. A shortened Celtics versus Bucks. Yeah, somebody like the Rockets, somebody like the Celtics even. I think a shortened playoff like that is going to benefit those teams. And so whereas in the normal format, we would have said, okay, well, Rockets lose, let's say, prior to the Western Conference final. I think they could push and really maybe even surprise some people and take that conference in a shortened 3-game format.
I disagree.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. Okay. I feel like a shortened series plays very well into LeBron and the Lakers' hands because they don't want 7 games, period. The fewer games that team has to play with the age that they have with Rondo and the pieces that they've been saving for the playoffs, I feel like that they know it's only 3 games, so therefore we always know LeBron takes it up a notch in the playoffs anyway. So the team is gonna follow. But these are older people. So I feel like if they know it's just 3 games, that sense of urgency is gonna happen sooner opposed to later in a 7-game series where they're gonna take some games off. So I feel like they're gonna take advantage. I feel like it plays in their favor because that sense of urgency is gonna be different in a shortened series than a longer series. Now, the Rockets, the reason why I say don't play in their favor, because they still got D'Antoni as a coach. As long as they have D'Antoni as a coach, I hope Mark ain't watching this.
I hope he is watching. Because guess what? I'm right. You know, I've always been right there with you about D'Antoni. I've always been there with you. But guess what? D'Antoni the fault of D'Antoni is in a longer series playoffs, right? The shorter series works to the advantage of the younger players and those that are most aggressive. You're right in a sense about your boys and their age and all that kind of thing. But if you say 3 games, that's like dangling a carrot in front of the rabbit for aggressive people like Russ and for and athleticism, Harden, you know, Tatum, all them type of people. They just gonna give you talent. And they don't have to really worry about all the breakdown on the coaching stuff because that normally comes into play later on in the series and not in the first 1 and 2 games.
Yeah, but like I said, the mind frame has changed though. Like I feel like if everybody in the NBA knows that they only got 3 chances to win, like coaching and everything is gonna come into that. So the fact that they traded off all their big men and they're just gonna go out there and try to play this fast basketball and like rely on Russ to be downhill and still be as smart as he has been in the past. I feel like he makes stupid decisions when it is that crunch time. When it is that. So you're gonna start out of the gate and tell this man he only got 3 games to make the right decisions. I just feel like that it's not. I don't know. I feel like it plays against the Rockets. Rockets would thrive in 3-game series. I agree. So they agree. Look at Mark, man. He gonna be on.
Hey, Mark, chime in, Mark. Let us know what you think, because like I said, I've never been a big D'Antoni guy, but I think a shorter series plays to his advantage, and it also plays to those players' advantage in that kind of scenario.
So
what you think, Chuck?
Yeah, what you think?
I think the Rockets could do good, but I'm kind of like y'all. D'Antoni is gonna find a way to goof it up one way or the other because he can't make adjustments. But I do agree with the fact that I'm leaning more towards the younger players playing faster, especially if they're somewhat experienced in playing in the playoffs. Like I think unless LeBron has the same endurance like he did during the season, it might be a little tough for him. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I think and you guys know this, the younger guys, if they didn't, you know, fully stay in shape throughout this little break, they're going to bounce back quicker just because of age. They could have been eating pizzas over this break. And because they got young 21-year-old knees and legs and endurance, that's different than these post 30-year-olds who need to have been on this good vegan diet throughout this this break and been working out in order to be able to come back and still compete at that same level they were before. So that's all I'm saying. We'll see, but I think that would make really interesting basketball.
So you think okay, let's just skip all the bull. So do the Rockets beat the Lakers or the Clippers in a 3-game series if they're playing them in the playoffs?
Probably not.
I think so. I don't know about the Clippers. I think they beat the Lakers in a 3-game series.
So my question to you is, if they beat the Lakers in a 3-game series, just off, you're basing it off just the fact of sheer athleticism and the fact that they can bounce back and their endurance can be better. That's what you're basing this on. Then why can't they beat the Clippers?
So again, we know that basketball is all about matchups, right? And so when I was making the statement about the age, that's for some of your younger teams. Houston's not really a young team, but I think in that matchup, when you're going to take the small ball versus the big guys, And I think Mo told us that Harden and EG have both lost 30 to 40, combined lost 30 to 45. Okay, see, I didn't even know that, but
Eric Gordon.
they've been, you know, I guess they've been keeping their body ready.
So let's say everybody else has too. So I mean,
maybe they have,
maybe
but
they
we
have.
don't. Maybe they haven't.
Maybe they haven't. Maybe the rest of maybe the rest of the Rockets haven't either. You know, maybe Russ hasn't been. You know what I'm saying? Like
maybe, yeah. You know, it's a lot of variables. I mean, we're just speculating, but
yeah.
All I'm saying is, I think because of matchups, I think the small ball versus the big man matchup works more against a team like the Lakers than it would work for them against the Clippers, because the Clippers aren't as big man heavy, and that creates a better, you know, balance as far as matchups are concerned.
Interesting. All right, so let's see some of these comments. Rockets are all offense and no defense. Defense win championships. Smooth 23 said, "I'd like to see the Clippers and Lakers." That'll be. I think that's gonna happen. I'm still sticking with my my finals prediction. I still think it's gonna be Lakers and Celtics. I said that this time last year before this season even started. I'm sticking to that. The format benefits the younger Celtics. Now this is the thing. I agree with him. More than I do the Rockets, because I'm sorry, I just can't base it off endurance and stuff like that. The team just blew up the team and made it small ball that they're not accustomed to playing with each other. I think that factors into that. And now you're gonna go into the playoffs, and you can't say that all these, like the Lakers, Clippers, and other teams like that, can't make adjustments in one game, opposed to a team that's playing small ball. And just because they're younger, athletic, like I said, it's 3 games. I feel it's shorter. But the Celtics in every position plays those positions very well. They're well coached. They're young. They're athletic, and all of them have been in that position before. If anybody is gonna win, I feel like the Celtics are that team that's gonna benefit in a 3-game series. Like everything that you can think of, they have in all the positions. So I don't see a gap anywhere with them.
No, I was gonna say real quick, yes, but I also think that one of the problems with the Celtics is you want Tatum to be the guy, but sometimes he defers and sometimes he wants to take the shots, but he doesn't. So
but if we basing it off the last 27 games before the season ended, he wasn't deferring at all. Like that guy was, dude. That dude was he finally was coming into his own, to the point where I'm like, why the heck did we take Lonzo? And me and Tim was talking about this. Why did we take Lonzo and not Tatum? Could you imagine? Okay, that's a whole nother screen. That's a whole like, oh, dude, if we would have took if we would have took Tatum instead of Lonzo, the Lakers would be, oh my god.
Tatum is the truth, man.
He's like me. He's we got Dylan. What up, Greg? Different wings at all.
So I think my point though is that a shortened playoff series benefits younger teams and teams with matchup problems better. As you said, you just said a second ago, well, a team's going to have to, they can make a change and alter their game plan after one game. That's tough to do. It's tough to do. And again, because they're used to doing it over the course of a 7-game series, to be able to make those adjustments are going to be hard to make. And those are the things that'll be hard to keep up with, is a young team and a team that has a matchup problem. And that's why I say the whole thing about the Rockets, because they would be a matchup problem just out of the gate.
Yeah, out of the gate. That first, I can see being a problem. Shoes up, sleeves down. What's up, bro? Appreciate you tuning in just for a second, man. Everybody on the stream, hit that like button. Let's see, we got Jalen the GOAT. As a Celtics fan, if Tatum continues his form, they can't be. Dude, that dude that's a jewel they got with him. And adding Kemba Walker on that team was genius. Like, it really was. Danny Ainge continues to do great things for them. MLB, yes. Let's go Denver. Greg, are you serious about this Denver thing? Let me know. Comment.
What happened to the Lakers with LeBron?
Yeah, D Reed's heat with Kemba being there, it takes pressure off of Tatum. It definitely does. So D Reed is another YouTuber. She's a coach, man. hey, we gonna when we talk about the balling and stuff like that, we gotta get her on, man. I was on a live with her the other day, and she was, hey, I said something about LeBron. She started throwing out stats. I'm like, hold on, dodging. I'm like, all right. I'm like, she know her stuff, man. So Tim, so MLB said you're 100% Tim. So man, so let's head over to the East.
Okay.
Let's head over to the East. Chuck, who do you have for number 1 and number 8 in the East?
So right now it would be Bucks versus Magic. It might as well just be the Bucks.
I mean, I think so, man. I mean, unless Tim got something, look at him thinking he got some genius thing he about to say.
No. No. I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you on the Bucks. I'm just thinking about the East. I think
who does the 76ers have? Who are they playing? That's what I want to talk about.
Celtics.
The Celtics gonna beat the 76ers, bro.
Yeah, I think so.
The 76ers, they need to figure out what Joel Embiid is and what. Hey, I'm sorry. Everybody was saying that. What's his name? Got a shot now, jump shot now.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons, man,
like a 4-footer.
But let me say this though. The 76ers are interesting in the format that we're talking about with the 3 games, right? Because if they go in there, and again, I think having no fans is going to really affect a lot of these teams.
Yeah,
in ways that they don't even know because they've never had to do it. They've played with a crowd ever since little league, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, if the 76ers come in there and their game plan is to beat whoever it is up in the post with Joel Embiid, barring that he stayed in condition and that he's healthy and not injured, whatever, that could be a problem. I think that could be a real problem. No fans, feeding the big man in there and letting him go to work, and you still got Horford and what's the other dude's name? Tobias. I feel like, again, matchups could be an issue there.
But one thing I noticed with the 76ers though is that matchup can be an issue. If I felt like they had established some type of identity, it's like they still don't know what type of ball they're playing, and now we're gonna go into the playoffs in a shortened series and try to figure that out. That's the problem I have with the 76ers. Like, it's just like I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like if they're playing somebody like the Celtics that kind of have an idea of what they can do in that playoffs, these people have been to the playoffs before, and yes, playing without fans are gonna be huge. Is going to be really, really impactful when it comes to these players. But that's where a lot of these teams that's been to the playoffs a lot, playing under pressure, I feel like are going to be able to make that adjustment more than some of these people that not. Because not only now are you in the playoffs in a shortened series, you're in the playoff in a shortened series with no fans. So I think that experience, which the Rockets have a lot of those experienced players, the Celtics have a lot, and so does the 76ers. But it's going to be that core of players that have that's going to be able to do it. Which is the reason why I hate to say this. The Clippers look very good to me because everybody from top to bottom on that roster, that their mentality is that no matter what, we're gonna play dirty, grimy basketball. And I feel like that's gonna be an asset for them when they're not. They don't need the fans to get them going. They got Patrick Beverly to get them going. You know what I'm saying? They got Harold to get them going. So that's gonna be a big thing for the Clippers. Is this guy serious? Like, he done went from the Denver Nuggets.
But Jeremy, let me say to your point that I think having your identity as a team again comes into play the longer you play. Not having that identity identified in a 3-game series plays to that benefit because it's the first of 2. It's the first. That's a quick pickup basketball game. No holds bar. Let's see who can win this sprint. Okay, this is not a marathon in a 7-game series. This is a quick sprint, and that's why matchups matter, and that's why like a person like an Embiid could be a problem in that type of scenario.
Yeah, but he could be if that, yeah he's so up and down, bro. Like what if
He
he don't
is.
what if
He
he
is.
down for those two of those 3 games? He's just
What if
like
he what? What if he what?
what if he's down instead of up 2 of those 3 games?
Well,
Like
then they lose. But if he can be, although he's inconsistent, if he can muster the consistency for those 2 games, that team would then surprise somebody who we thought they would normally lose to.
yeah, but even if he can muster up, I just feel like going against the Celtics are just better, whether they have an identity or not. Every position, matchup wise, coaching. I just feel like in a 3-game series, the Celtics are gonna beat 3-game, 7-game, 8-game, 10-game, 2-game series. They're gonna beat the 76ers. The Bucks, I do think the Bucks are gonna do very well, but by the time the Bucks and the Celtics play, I think everything will be established as far as the teams go. Somebody made the comment that in the conference finals it needs to be 7 games. I definitely agree with that. Like maybe 3 games and then the conference. They play 7 games, the conference finals, and then the final 7 games. How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all think they need to keep it 3 games all the way through?
Not all the way through, but like you said, maybe first, second round, 3 games, or maybe inch it up 3 games the first round, maybe 5 games the second round, and then conference finals to the finals, 7 games. And going back to the real quick on the 76ers, I just think they're just real bad matchup on their end because they got like 3 or 4 guys that are like basically big men that live around the paint. And in today's game, like you block off the paint with the 3-second violations on both offense and defense, they're just not a good team. They're gonna get exposed.
So D Reed's Heat said Bucks have defenders at every position. Officially, Giannis is matchup problem for anyone. Then you have Korver to kick it to. No, that's facts for real. Embiid could have a monster game any night. He's just inconsistent. But in 3-game series, 1 game will make the difference. True. Greg, the teams that plays the best half court offense will strive. Yeah. 7 games, conference finals, and finals. No, I agree with that. So I mean,
so I on the number of games, right? And we still have to look at the timeline. I think you're going to see. I would like to see three games for the first and second round, 5 games for the conference final, 7 for the finals. I think that makes most sense from a timeline perspective, right? Because if we start really in the beginning of August, you're talking about
no.
No,
no,
not this year.
They're just killing they're killing the regular season. But Tim, to play to your point, they're young, and they
are young. No, they are young. I'm not saying that they can't. They would do something. They just won't win it all. But
just moving right along.
If it depends on when they outline the next season to start, right? Like I had heard Stephen A mention at one point, his thought was that they, finish out this season, yada yada yada, and then start next season on Christmas Day, right? And you play through the summer, and I think your finals are like sometime like the first week in August or something like that. We're not dismissing
no,
you.
Don't leave.
We're not dismissing.
Don't leave. But we'll talk Raptors in just a second. Yeah. So if you do that, right?
We're gonna talk about that in a second, Greg. Go ahead, Tim.
Yeah. So if you do that, right, then you've got to have a shortened postseason so that they can still have a little bit of a break, a rest, or whatever, and then go into the actual next full season.
So let's do this real quick since Greg brought this up. So we have some key players that's missing this season. Hypothetically speaking, let's say Steph and Clay comes back. Look at Tim, like my team, boy. Steph and Clay comes back. KD and Kyrie comes back, and they come back literally at the end of July. So they get some games under them and stuff like that. They hypothetically speaking, they make it to the playoffs. Let's say that they're 8 seed on both ends, on the East and on the West. Okay. And let's start with the East because before we talk about my Lakers, because I already know what Tim is like. Yeah. So do the Nets cause a problem for the Bucks, and why?
They cause a problem for
Yes.
everybody.
Okay.
We
Why?
have the formula. Listen. so to let me just find out her name. D Reed's Heat, right? To her point about the Bucks, people have the blueprint on how to stop Giannis. Okay, they got what 6 or 7 games of blueprint, 5 or 6 games of blueprint from last year when Kawhi did it and shut him down from getting to his favorite spot. There's plenty of tape on it, plenty of tape. So
you don't think he got better to where he can negate that now?
No,
you
he's the same player. He's the same player. Unless he got a 3 ball, he's the same player.
Hey, what is he? Hey, Chuck, look up his percentage from the 3-point line this year. He took a lot of threes. I think he did improve, bro. But anyway, go ahead.
He had a couple of games where you were like, "Oh, nice," and then the next game he didn't do it again. So
okay,
and I like Giannis. I'm not a Giannis hater. I'm just saying. Now
I like it.
No, I'm not. But KD and Kyrie is a problem for the entire East. Period. Everybody keeps talking about this Achilles thing and how he gonna bounce back. Okay, Jeremy knows. I tore my Achilles. Okay, I tore my Achilles, right? And it took me roughly about 9 months after the surgery to get back to actually playing. Okay, now that's with me having a job, having kids, and all that stuff, and going to my own rehab 2 to 3 times a week. KD's been getting rehabbed every day, 3 to 5 times a day. Okay, he's got the best trainers and the best equipment and all that kind of stuff. I feel like this man is going to come back better than he was. I truly believe that, because really the biggest thing with that injury is the mentality factor. It really is the mentality factor. I've talked to a couple surgeons about that, and they say when they go in there, they make your Achilles so tight that you could get hit by a Mack truck on that same leg, and you're going to be okay. It's the other one that you were born with that you got to be more worried about than the one that they repaired. So it's a mentality thing.
So hold on, Tim, before you continue, let me say something before I forget it. So I agree with you. Only because not so much of the mentality and stuff like that, because I feel like KD's mentality is trash, and if it's based on mentality, then he's not going to come out and do anything. But he's so sensitive. But because of the style of player that he is, with the post moves and the fact that he's long and can shoot that fadeaway, I feel like he's going to come back not a problem. Because even if, let's say, because Tim, I mean, yes, you bounce back, but to be honest with you, you're not as fast as you used to be, but your game changed and you made it work for you. KD, yes, he got the best trainers, but it's still that explosiveness. Some of that might not be as what it used to be as always, but because of his style of play, the fact that he can post up close to the basket and he can shoot, and he's long enough and lanky enough to shoot over people, I feel like he's going to come back, dude. 90% of what KD is better than 100% of everybody in the league. If you offensively, if you really think about that, you know what I'm saying? So I 100% agree with you. Now, if it was KD without the moves that he has and being able to shoot with his mind frame and mentality, he would be Kwame Brown.
Ouch. That's pretty bad.
He would. Listen, KD, take into account the trades that's why they got shooters to kick it to now. Oh yeah. She's talking about with the Bucks and stuff like that, the people that are acquired. So that way, if Giannis is trapped and stuff like that, he can kick it out, which is smart by the coaching staff. Lakers win it all. Seriously speaking, facts. Shade, hold up now.
Thank you. He didn't throw that in it. You're not as fast as you used to be. Whatever, Jeremy. I still beat you.
Yeah, you did. Hey, everybody, he did. Next time we play, I'm gonna record it, and then we're gonna see how many.
We'll put it on live. We'll put it on live. We'll do it one night.
Don't do that to you, Tim. Don't do that to yourself, Tim.
I'm a win. Period.
Tim was never fast.
I
have fast football footage.
What are you talking about? Come on, bro. All
right, let's get off Tim. Hey, go ahead, Chuck.
Hey, real quick, Giannis stats, real quick. He was 30.6% from 3-point this year. Last year, 25, so about 5% increase.
That's good for a big man. Come on now. 30%. Hey, a lot of people don't shoot 30% from the 3-point line in NBA, and they take a lot more than he take. I'll live with that. I feel like that's improvement now. Come on now, Tim. You don't even shoot 30% from the 3-point line. I shoot like 50 though.
All right. Yeah, y'all better get off. Thank you, Nicole. Y'all better get off me tonight.
See, I think
let's see. Y'all leave TJ. All right, I'm about to block her right now. Let me see.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I would take the Clippers winning it all before the Lakers. Stop it, D. Reed. Hey,
thank you, D. Reed. Thank you, D. Reed. You are not on my live tomorrow as we talk about these sneaker releases. Just because you said he's not gonna do that to you.
Yes, I am. I'm doing it right now. So
he needs you, D. Reed.
I do need you, D. Reed. So I ain't gonna say that. I ain't got that many people want to be on the live with me. So you know what I'm saying. And I want you on that live. So anyway, so yeah, man. Switching over to the West. All right.
Okay.
The Warriors come back. We got Steph. We got Clay. Everyone's sleeping on Miami. Butler is so underrated they could make the conference finals. No, they not.
No. I feel you on that, Jalen. Though, like,
yo, you are
Miami.
Oh my God! If you say that word right now, Tim. If you say that word right now, me and Chuck gonna be on this live.
Hold on. Listen. Okay. They no longer have that title because those three players aren't playing together.
Okay.
But the Heat, you make a good point because they are a matchup problem and they play extremely hard and they can play great, as what Dylon said earlier, in the half court. In the half court. And I think they would cause some problems in the 3-game matchup with anybody in the East. All right. Thank you, Mahone. Thank you.
He's a Heat fan too. Yeah, he's a Heat fan.
Mahone is a Laker. What are you talking about?
No, he's a Heat fan. Like, but he liked the Heat too. Like, he's like you. He has like 4 or 5 teams.
Stop.
But that's another good team right there. The Heat. Like, you have Jimmy Butler playing hard defense, and he's a great compliment for some of the younger players.
I 100% agree with you guys. I'm just messing with you. I do think the Heat can make some heat. No pun intended. But I don't see them, I don't see them going to the conference finals, but I do see them, doing some things. But let's see. This guy says Butler been trashed from 3 this year, but he plays as hard as anyone. Yeah, he has been shooting pretty bad. Golden State goes to the conference finals at best if Clay and Curry returns. But Greg, that means that they play the Lakers. Everybody in the panel chime in. If they come back and they're 8 seed, Lakers versus Warriors. I don't think the Warriors I know the Warriors don't beat the Lakers
in a 3-game series. Warriors win.
I mean,
no, they don't.
It could happen.
Yes, they do. They're gonna bring all their big men out and they're gonna drain threes all day. I mean, what are you talking about? Yes.
No, they don't win. They don't win.
They do. I know your feelings are hurt, but
they're not hurt. They're not hurt. I'm not gonna say, oh, they're gonna come back and play and they're gonna shoot threes. They're gonna win. No, I don't think they win. I know that. I know they don't win. I hope they come back. I hope
you're delusional. Delusional.
Because then the excuse is gonna be is because they just came back off injury. That's why they couldn't win. But if they went off injury, they couldn't win.
They have nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose there. It's you that has everything to lose, like not winning against them.
What did he say right there? Nobody will beat Brian this year.
Mahone, you all over the place, baby. You all over the place.
That's only if they don't face the Lakers. Thank you, people. No, man. Hold on. No one in the West has an answer for AD. Thank you, Mahone. This is the first time we agreed on stuff.
Sorry, y'all. He's.
I just think it's just so funny.
We're gonna talk about that another night.
I think it's just so funny. You're picking all these LeBron fans.
No, I'm picking. I'm reading the comments and they know, bro.
It's favoritism. It's favoritism. He always does that.
Look. No social injustice here. Look, watch this. That's one right there, and then it went to the. It just so happened that they all speaking in unison. I can't help it. I can't help it, man. It's time for us to win again. Yeah, I got a Lakers teddy bear. Somebody in the chat say something about it. Somebody in the chat say something about it. I'm with the Build-A-Bear. Yeah, I went to Build-A-Bear and got me a Lakers bear. Yeah, I built me a Lakers bear. That's right, Tim.
Somebody please clown him about that. Get on him about this bear.
Hey, every live, I'll be right here, but he be down here because I don't want nobody to talk about me. So I have him right here holding him.
Probably going to sleep with that bear.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all better realize, man. All right, so all right, let's go to the conference finals. So we got let's start with the East, and then we're gonna wrap up here pretty soon. Let's start with the East. We have the Bucks, and who, of course, we have the Bucks, and who do they play against? I think it's the Celtics. Who do y'all think that they're gonna end up matching up against in the East?
I think Celtics.
So 7 games, Tim. Who do you think? Celtics?
Nah, guys, I always got to go against the grain. If we're going with the format that we've been talking about in this live, it's
7-game series for the. Did you say 5 or did you say 7? We said that we're going to be
3, 3, 5, 7. Right.
Okay.
The 7 being the total finals and not the conference.
5
for the
games. Okay. Yeah, man. Hey,
the Brother Bear was a daddy-daughter day.
Nah, it was just I was just bored, so I went and got it. I actually got it from my son. I actually got it from my son when he was born. That's why on the back of it says Ace. I got it from my son Ace.
Okay.
I made him a Lakers fan, bro.
So I'm gonna disagree about the Celtics. I like the Celtics. I have no problem with them. I think it's gonna end up being something like Bucks and Heat, or Bucks and 76ers, depending on how that the seeding works out.
All right, so pick one.
Hey, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be something that we haven't seen before. I'm gonna go with Heat.
All right, so Bucks Heat. So okay, starting with you, Bucks Heat. Who wins? How many games?
Bucks win. What is it? First to 3, so 3-1.
Okay, Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
Bucks Celtics. Who win? How many games?
I'd say Celtics. If for that matchup, I'd say the Celtics, and they will win by, let's say, 5-5.
Okay, I agree with you, Chuck. Celtics in 5. East. Let's head over to the. Hold on, let me read some of these comments. I want to see you throw that bear out when the Clippers beat your Lakers. All right, Jalen. I'm gonna take a picture of this right now. I'm gonna write the date on it, and when I make the live, my championship live when the Lakers win, I want you to be on here, my brother. Okay, I got that. Boop, boop. So, Jones, it's okay to say you don't want LBJ to win.
It's not about Bron, Greg, but
I like the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals because of seeding the shortened series. All right, cool. So let's hop over to the West. Lakers, Clippers. Of course, I'm pretty sure that's who y'all think is gonna be there. And right, we all agree on that. Lakers, Clippers, Western Conference Finals. Right?
I never subscribed to that.
Okay, well, who do you think Western Conference Finals?
Is everybody back from injury, or are we just going based off of what we had before the pandemic?
Whatever you want to do, Tim. Everybody's back from injury. Whatever you want to do.
Nah, I'm gonna go with Lakers Clippers.
Okay, so Tim, Lakers Clippers. Who do you got winning? How many games?
Lakers Clippers. I'm going Clippers. 3-2.
Chuck.
Chuck.
Oh man, we almost made it a whole stream.
Dang, Chuck.
We almost made a whole stream. That man was like,
Oh,
hey, but
man.
you know what, Chuck? This time you wasn't like in that. It was a smooth freeze frame, fam. Like that was nice.
I'm
All right, so Chuck. Who you got? Clippers, Lakers, 5 games. Who you got winning and how many games?
I got Lakers winning in 5, and reason for that is going along with, I think this is LeBron's year. I think this will be the year where he just goes to another level and pushes them to finals.
So I'm gonna go Lakers. I'm gonna say 5 as well. If it was a 7-game series, I would say Lakers in 6. For so many reasons, but I ain't gonna talk about the reasons. But all right, so now we have, if we break down the 2 teams that we just said, we're in a 7-game series. It's time for the finals. So we'll start with Tim. So now we have Clippers versus Bucks, 7-game series. This question is gonna be a little bit different. Who do you have winning? How many games? Who is Finals MVP?
Okay. So Clippers. In 6 games, and
Kawhi.
I was gonna say Kawhi, but I think I don't know. I'm just gonna go with Paul George. I think he's the difference maker in that series.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, because
I can see it happening too. I can see it happening too.
Like I said, Kawhi, I feel like he's got the blueprint on how to kind of slow Giannis down, but he's also going to have to expend that energy on doing that, which will take away some of his offensive productivity, freeing up PG.
I like that. All right, Chuck.
Yeah.
Lakers, Celtics. Old school rivalry, man. I'm praying for this so bad, man. Hey, but for real though, Tim, you gotta say though, for real. We come out of a pandemic and we get Lakers versus Celtics in the finals. That would be kind of dope, though. You know what I'm saying? Historic wise, stuff like that. That would be dope.
Great.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
But I'd say Lakers in 6, and again, I think just a combination of LeBron and Anthony Davis will prevail.
So who's MVP?
LeBron.
Okay. I'm gonna say Lakers versus Celtics. I'm gonna say Lakers in, just because, dude, like I truly feel like we, no matter what Celtics team the Lakers play, it's always like both teams just play very well against each other. If it was Lakers versus Bucks, I think the Lakers would beat them in 5. Like, to be honest with you, but I'm gonna say Lakers in 6. MVP. I actually think it's gonna be AD, man. Like, I really do. I think LeBron's gonna do his thing the whole playoffs, and I think AD is gonna do his thing too. But I just really feel like that LeBron is like, you know what? He knows that the only way they win this championship is if AD is that second player like Kyrie. And he's gonna have to do everything that he can, not so much on the basketball court to propel his team by his stats, but to make sure AD's confidence. He's one of those confidence guys that his confidence is through the roof. And I feel like once it gets there and established, I think it's going to be hard to stop AD, and he's going to be the determining factor. So I think AD gets the Finals MVP.
I think it's going to be LeBron, because he's going to be, like you said, LeBron's going to get him more involved, which means his assist numbers are going to be through the roof. So you factor in him getting, let's say, around 22, 23 points per game and about 12 or 13 assists. I just feel like, and he's going to get his rebounds, like 7 or 8 rebounds.
Yeah, I just think that's going to offset, because if AD get into his groove, a lot of times when his back's to the basket, yes, LeBron gets his assists, but when the offense flows through AD, when the Lakers are playing the way they should, when the offense flows through him, LeBron kind of just, tells everybody clear out, lob it down there to him, and he does his thing. You know what I'm saying? So if it's playing like that, and LeBron's AD assist might be up, because AD will be kicking it out to people then. I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna go through him. It's got to go through AD, really? In my opinion. In my opinion, it has to go through AD in the finals as far as like some of those key games. Because like I said, if his confidence ain't there and AD just standing around, Lakers ain't gonna win a championship. Like every team, in my opinion, every team LeBron played with, that running mate has to be very active. Kyrie was super active against the Warriors. Like, and LeBron was okay with giving him that ball. I feel like if LeBron would have been making other basketball plays, passing to other people, letting Kyrie get stagnant, they wouldn't have won that series. But he said, of course, Bron will get MVP. Lakers run through Bron. We'll see. I mean,
that's what I'm thinking.
I know they run through Bron, but I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like AD is gonna be that person in the finals. I mean,
Bron's
regardless,
the de facto point guard. It's gonna go through him.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, he's gonna dominate, but anyway.
AD might deserve it, but in no way the Lakers doesn't give it the league. Yeah, I agree. I know it's no way they give it to him, but I think he's gonna be the big asset part of it. Because I mean, this is my thinking. LeBron's gonna be LeBron no matter what. Like, we know that LeBron's gonna get the assists, he's gonna get the points, everything's gonna go through him. I get that, but I feel like during that final series, AD numbers are gonna go up. I think LeBron's numbers are gonna stay the same throughout the whole playoffs. Like, that's just the way he's gonna do. But I think during that playoff series, AD is gonna elevate, and it might be mainly because of LeBron giving them the ball and stuff like that. I'm not saying it is not, but I just feel like AD series is gonna be more impactful than LeBron series, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. I just know they're gonna win. I know that much. Let's see. LeBron affects the game in many ways. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I 100% agree with that, but I don't know. I think AD gonna get it. Hey, but even if AD deserved it, they're gonna give it to LeBron. I do agree with that. Like, and I can't knock him, man, because like I said, I know LeBron is gonna dominate throughout the whole playoff, so it is what it is. But interesting. Hey, so before we get off here, man, because Tim, I know you gotta go, right?
Yeah, I gotta run, guys.
All right, you gotta run. Chuck, don't go anywhere. I got a question for you real quick. But Tim, I appreciate you, man. We'll figure out what we're gonna talk about for next week. Be safe, brother.
All right, man. I'll see y'all, boys. See y'all, everybody.
Later, man.
All right, everybody. We are still in here. Everybody's in here. Make sure you guys press that like button. We're gonna stay on for another 10-15 minutes. So if you got any questions in the chat, holler at us, let us know. But Chuck, I got a question for you. They're talking about, like, right now the different awards is going to be given out. Rookie of the Year, MVP. I kind of just wanted to pick your brain, man. When it comes to Rookie of the Year, who do you think deserves it? Who's going to be that Rookie of the Year?
I think Ja Morant deserves it the most. Like, they're gonna try to force it to try to make it into what's his name? New Orleans.
Zion Williams?
Yeah, Zion. They're gonna try to force Zion to be the winner, but I just don't think it'll be right, because Zion just got back in the league, playing back in late January, February time. And Ja's been doing this all season long. So I would think if it was supposed to be fair, it should be Ja Morant.
Okay. No, I 100% agree with you. I think Ja Morant is definitely gonna get the Rookie of the Year. What about Defensive Player of the Year? Who you got?
Defensive player is a tough one. Since Kawhi has been kind of up and down as far as his health, I don't know. I would lean maybe to, I'd have to see people's numbers, but maybe Anthony Davis. Seems like he's been doing a little more on defensive end this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with you, but Rudy Gobert he's been doing pretty good too, man.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's gonna be between them two, I think. I'm not sure of anybody stats, but I'm looking at it and it looks like Giannis has been doing pretty good this season too. So yeah, man. Okay. Everybody in the chat, let me know. Rookie of the Year, who y'all got? Defensive Player of the Year. We got D Reed Heat says Ja Morant, hands down. I 100% agree. MVP, man. MVP.
MVP. It's gonna be between LeBron and Giannis. Me personally, I think I would say I would give it to LeBron because I don't know. Giannis's team is better, but as far as him individually, I just haven't seen him really take the next level other than increase his 3-point percentage a little more. But that probably just came from shooting more threes. I have to see the stats to break it down a little more, but I feel like LeBron should be given the MVP.
Yeah, I think LeBron. I think that Greg said LBJ MVP, Rookie of the Year, Morant. I think LeBron also. I feel like if they, and I know this might sound weird, but if they didn't play those last games against LeBron, and LeBron didn't do what he did against that team, against the Bucks and Giannis, I feel like we wouldn't be saying that to a degree, because all the way up until Giannis was on a hell of a tear, all the way up until the Lakers played them, and man, LeBron had a crazy game, shut him down, did some amazing plays, and then Giannis was kind of, acting kind of hurt and stuff like that. I don't feel like that helped him out neither. He missed like 2 games after LeBron did what he did to him, but yeah, I think just because of so many reasons, man, the longevity LeBron's been playing the game, the level of intensity he's been able to sustain over this course of this season. Everybody said he was going to take a step back, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Laker fan. I'm saying this because I watch basketball. Like, we watch this guy at his age do this continuously every single night. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Kobe got robbed of some MVPs some years, and I feel like it's about I feel like it's about time that we pay attention to what's going on, and I feel like they're gonna get it right this year. And Giannis has been doing amazing. You're right, his team is better. Like if Giannis don't play, I feel like they can win more games opposed to if LeBron don't play. But LeBron gotta be MVP, man.
Yeah,
he gotta be MVP.
And also the Lakers are number 1 in the West. The West is the toughest conference out of the two, so that's got to carry a little more weight.
So Jalen said Giannis Defensive Player of the Year and MVP goes to Bron. I like AD for Defensive Player of the Year, but probably goes to Giannis. All right, I agree. All right, last question, Chuck. Coach
of the Year?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, that's a tough one. Let me check the records again.
D. Reed said Bucks have overall best record, so that won't be considered.
Yeah, I would have to lean to the Bucks head coach.
Bucks?
Yeah, I just don't see them give the Lakers head coach getting it since, let's be honest, LeBron runs the show for the most part.
Yeah, probably Jason Kidd, the second coach.
Yeah,
he probably has more say so than the actual head coach.
Oh, I'm sure they listen to him more than the head coach. That's for sure.
Yes, sir. So, man, all right, Chuck, I appreciate you coming on with us, doing this thing. We'll be here again Monday, as always. Taylor Jenkins, in my opinion, Grizzly coach. Oh, hey, Jalen. Yes, sir. He has done an amazing job over there.
He's done good, but the only problem is they're number 8 seed right now.
Yeah. I mean, but they pretty much blew up that team, and to still be that 8 seed is it's some good stuff right there, man. I definitely agree with you, Jalen. He definitely needs to be considered. So for everybody that's on the stream that's in the sneakers and stuff like that, I'm gonna put her up here. D Reed's Heat, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and check out her YouTube page, subscribe to it. She got some dope content. We're gonna be on a live tomorrow night. I want to say 8 p.m. I gotta chop it up with her, but make sure you guys are following me on IG so we can get that in there. But we're gonna be talking about the upcoming sneaker releases. So make sure you guys go head over there, man. Take the time right now. Show us some love. How many people we got on this chat right now? I think we got like 10 on here. So if you in the Keeks, man, I wanted to tell me that she got at least 10 subscribers from this chat. If y'all can do that for me, go ahead and check her out. Yeah, man. Yeah, go ahead and go subscribe to her. But D Reed's Heat. All right. I appreciate you guys, everybody, for tuning in. It's your boy Truth and Chuck Deezy, man. We out of here. Thank you guys so much for chiming in, commenting. We appreciate it. And we'll see y'all next week for another episode. We out. Peace.
Later.